Hello guys, welcome to another session. In this session, we are going to look into switch statement. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code to understand this concept. So we are into the Visual Studio Code and the syntax which we are getting over here is the syntax of switch statement. So prior to writing the code, I wanted to discuss about the syntax of switch statement. So here the question is what actually switch statement do? The switch statement evaluates an expression matching the expression's value to a case clause and executes statements associated with the case. It will also execute the statement in the cases that follow the matching case. So in this syntax you are getting so many things like switch, expression, case, the value of the case. So what actually it is? First we will discuss about expression. An expression whose result is match against each case clause. In more layman term we will say that expression we will pass over here and switch will evaluate that expression and pass it accordingly to the cases. Cases are the options which is being provided. Suppose that if you are providing an expression whose value is value 1, then what will happen? This case is being matched and whatever the statement which exists over here, it will be executed. In another scenario, you are passing a value 2. At this time, it will go to case number 2 and it will execute the statement and then it will break. But suppose a scenario, if there is a no break statement, then what will happen? If this case got matched, then along with that the case with the value 2 also get executed if break statement is not being provided. So let's do an example to understand it better. So let's write the code. So we will tell that const and here we will tell that fruit and we will specify one fruit. This fruit is an expression. We are going to tell that apple and here we will design a switch statement and here we will pass the fruit name and within that we can specify the case and this time we will specify case apple and then we will tell that console.log price of here we will tell the fruit name apple is 100 rupees 100. Save it. Again we will create the cases for another fruits. So let's specify that this time we are going to tell that and here we must have to provide break a statement else both the statement will be executed. So this time we are going to tell that oranges and here we will tell that oranges and this time we will tell that 150 rupees and the third case we will specify and here don't forget to mention break a statement. Save it and this time we will tell that grapes also we will specify break else it will execute. And the last option we must have to specify the default option. If any of the case will not match, then this statement should be executed. So we need to specify that this fruit is out of stock. Save it. Now what we will do, we will run this program and see that what output we will get. And here you will find that it has printed price of apple is rupees 100. Why it has executed this code? Why not the orange one? That is because we have passed this expression apple. If you will change it to oranges, then this time it will print this case. So let's look into the output. So see here, it has printed the output which belongs to oranges. So let's proceed further. Now I wanted to show one thing. Suppose that if you are removing this break statement, then what will happen? If you pass oranges, then it will print the value of grapes as well. So let's look into that. Let's jump into the browser. But prior to that, we need to change over here grapes so that we will see the difference. Now let's jump into the browser. So see here, we have removed the break and because of that reason, these statements ran together as it found that program doesn't have break statement. So that's the reason it is important to provide the break statement, else it will execute both the cases in this particular scenario. So let's put it back and let's run it again. Save it, semicolon, save. Let's jump into the browser to see the output and this time you find that it has printed only the oranges. Now let's proceed further. So now this way you can design any logic where we have multiple condition and each condition has different path of execution. Then you can choose switch statement to design your logic. So on this note, I'm stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.